This is a demonstration of the XYZ software written by Alsace Imaging and Automation and Matthew Batchelor for the Image Pro Premiere software. This is basic installation and basic use of the software. In the recording you see at the bottom of your screen the Image Pro Premiere. This is 9.1.4. The software will also work with 9.2. At the top of your screen you can see a live video of the PRIOR X, Y, and Z components. The X and Y are represented by the stage on the left, and the Z is the drive that's in the upper right hand corner. The basic installation of the XYZ software is doing an open project within Image Pro Premiere. The project files are on my computer in a folder called Demonstration. When I go into that folder, I can open the IPX file that holds the XYZ software. When I load that, the icon shows up in the Apps section of the Image Pro Premiere software. I can click on that application and the dialog box for that application shows up. Within that dialog box I can press the test serial port, and if the software and Windows and the serial port cooperate, then it will pass. You can select the serial port from this list, which is customized for your computer. After the serial port passes, you press the button that says Test Prior Controller. If you get a response like this, it indicates that the controller is turned on and available to communicate through the serial port. Then you can come over to the Control tab, and if I ask the software to update the current XYZ, we see that right now it's at 000. I'm going to reach over here to the computer, to the stage, and I'm going to move the stage a little ways, and you can see the X and the Y moving. I'm going to move the Z a little bit, and you can see the tape moving on the Z drive. And now if I ask the software to update the position, you can see that there have been several changes. The X is different at 2000 microns, the Y is different at 2300 microns, and the Z is different at 13.5 microns. Now we can use the other controls within this box to change the XY location in terms of setting the current position as 0. If I do that, then you can see those guys go to 0. If I set the current position as Z equals 0, you see that that goes to 0. Now, if I use these controls to move the stage, I could adjust my step size, and I could ask the stage to move to the northwest by 1000 microns, and it tells me that it stopped at 619 because the stage hit its limits. So if I ask it to go southeast by 1000 microns, then it's going to go 1000 microns from the 600 position that it was in. If I ask it to go to the 00 position, it's going to go back to the 00 that it was at before. I can adjust the Z here, so if I tell it I want to go 100 microns up, if I push the up button, in the recording up here, in the video from the camera looking at the stage, we saw that that rotated one turn, because on this page it's been told that there are 100 microns per revolution. So if I ask it to go up or down by 100 microns, then it's going to go by one revolution. So I'm going to push the down button, and it's going to go the other direction. If I ask it to go to 0, it's at 0 right now, so if I ask it to go up, it's going to go one revolution. If I ask it to go to 0, it's going to go down one revolution. If I adjust the Z to a random position and I ask it to go to 0, it's going to find its current position and then ask it to go to the 0 position. So this is the basic installation and operation of the XYZ software, but I have created another application which is a demo package which shows how to communicate with this software if you want to automate the XYZ using your own software. So here is a demo application which has its own dialog box. and if I ask from this application to go to a particular location, let's say that I want to go to 222 in the X and 333 in the Y and 444 in the Z, then if I ask this to, it sends that request over to the XYZ software, and the XYZ software works to fulfill that, and then it comes back and it says that the stage is stopped at 222 in the X, 333 in the Y, and 444 in the Z. So now if I ask it to go to 0, that would be a move of X and Y. That's indicated by this gold color. If I push the go to 0, that's going to take the Z to 0, and we see that there's several spins of the Z drive. And so another feature that's written into this software is when the stage is moving, there is supposed to be an indication here with 2 red gears. The responsiveness kind of depends upon your graphics card and your Windows as to whether that shows up quickly or not. There's other sections of this that are documented in the documentation for the XYZ software, but let's just demonstrate the Z. Right now, if I push the up and ask it to move 100 microns up, it goes counterclockwise. If I tell it that I want to reverse the Z, if I tell it I want to go up, it's going to go clockwise. So this will allow you to adjust these controls to where they match either your spatial situation, looking at the stage head on or through the optics. So I hope that this, oh, the other thing that we've got that I've written in here is that you can disable remote access to different functions here. So if I tell it that I want to remotely move, nothing happens. If I tell it I want to remotely move and only allow X and Y, then it ignores the request from Z. If I allow Z, then it's going to respond to all 3 requests. If I tell it that I want to ignore X and Y, then you see that it doesn't accept the request. So these are the basic installation and operation instructions for the software. I hope you like it. I hope it helps you solve your image analysis application, and I hope Alsace Imaging can be your source for this type of solution in the future.